are you? Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we told you what's next for you on the Walkabout Talkabout Show and Tell tour with Rix-Mix Community Radio. I am Rick Godley. I am next to Mr. Drew Randall. We are at Parker Auto Body on Cypress Street in West Monroe. Going to be here till 3 o'clock. Then we're going to roll on down to Parker Tire and Alignment. Let me see here, Mr. Drew. All my bells and whistles here. Can we take, I'm waiting for chats. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, chat them in there, and we can do that. Well, Drew, I appreciate you taking the time, spending some time with us. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. I appreciate you being here.
Well, this is Parker Auto Body. Let's just jump right in. I heard you talking about insurance, the insurance, and you and I have been working together for a while. A lot of the insurance companies want people to take a picture of their vehicle when, in fact, the superficial will not reveal the structural damage. Talk about that and address that, why it's critical.
The new technology, they want you to just download an app, take a bunch of photos. The problem is that it doesn't get a full picture of what the damage of the car is. It just tells you what the cosmetic. There's almost no such thing as just a simple, easy bumper job anymore. There's always a little bit more damage, computers, modules, reprogramming. There's all kind of things that need to happen that you're not going to get out of a photo.
Well, not only that, too, Drew, with the technology of the automobiles, back in the day with Lee Dorsey, who used to be a bumper man down in New Orleans. You may or may not have known that, working in a coal mine, Lee Dorsey. They don't have the metal like they used to. They got all the technology which absorbs the impact, passes that energy back, and that is way more sophisticated than But to your point there, taking a superficial picture does not reveal, and that's why it's so essential to go with the OEM parts. What does that mean?
Well, that's just going back to what the manufacturer had on there originally. So if you have a Toyota, for instance, and you wreck that Toyota, you want to go back with Toyota parts because that's how it was designed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to put an imitation part that might not function the same way. We've had imitation parts come in here that, say, a fender has a crumple zone on it, that the fender rolls. It doesn't crumple like it's supposed to. That affects airbag timing. Ford did a pretty unique study where they actually tested vehicles, and the aftermarket parts or imitation parts caused the airbag to delay just enough to where it's dangerous now instead of a safety feature on that car.
Well, and are those videos up at ParkerAutobody.com?
They're on the website, and they're also on Ford's website.
Ford and Parker Auto Body. And here's the thing, it's a matter of timing. A microsecond, nanosecond, if that airbag does not deploy because of a deficient part, not properly installed of OEM, could be fatal.
They actually have
not to stir fear, but...
No, well, they have a video of a watermelon falling, and it's a millisecond difference between that airbag deploying, and one, the watermelon's A-OK, the other one, it's not even edible.
All right, so your safety is the main concern. Parker Auto Body, best of the Delta again.
Yeah.
And talk about certification. I know Matt is so high on getting all of the technicians to be certified, and why is that important?
Well, because everything changes, Rick. I mean, the cars change daily. It seems like every model that comes out with a vehicle has got new technology, has got new things to learn on it, and if you're not staying current with that understanding of what the vehicles have, then you're not going to be able to continue to work on the vehicles. They're not 1995 vehicles. They all have different alloys they're made out of, different absorption, different crump panels, different computers. I mean, there's more computers in a lot of these, lower-end cars than there are in some of these airplanes flying around. So it's not the same old car that you worked on that you used to fix back in the 90s. It's a brand-new vehicle almost every time one comes out.
Parker Auto Body, Rix-Mix Community Radio. We are doing the Walkabout Talkabout Show and Tell. We're going to be here till 3 o'clock. You can email us or chat with us. We're up on the visual platforms. Drew Randall here to answer any questions you may have. And another thing, too, about the insurance process. You know what you're talking about. They're in the insurance business. You're in the auto body restoration business. Those are two different industries.
Yeah, so most people don't have a lot of collisions, thank goodness, so they're not understanding what the insurance is really. Their goal is not to pay the claim in a way that puts the vehicle back to a pre-loss condition. And they actually are violating a lot of contracts by not doing that because they owe to put you back to a pre-loss condition. That's the biggest battle that we face is, unfortunately, insurance is a big portion of most claims that come in here are being paid by an insurance provider. And we don't have any agreements with any companies. We don't have any back deals in an office back there where we signed to work with insurance company A. We treat them all the same. We're going to work for the consumer. We're going to put it back the way the manufacturer says put it back, and it's going to be right when it leaves. And we're going to have to argue, unfortunately, with the insurance company to get them to pay the balance.
I could turn if I had that. The customer's over there shaking his head right now. Sir, come on over. No, he didn't. No, that's cool. We're going to come back. We'll visit here. We have Drew Randall taking your questions. We're live at Parker Auto Body. Going to be here until 3 o'clock, out and about. You want to walk in and ask the question? Fine. You come on. Let's do that. This is Rix-Mix Community Radio. Here is Molly Hatchet now, and Dreams I'll Never See.